bit before watching it, and I just had different expectations. And I think my explanation in my review for why is that like Barbarian was like an Airbnb thriller. Like that was the premise. It was almost like a premise you could see Jason Blum like producing. It was like just a whatever. Why would you think anything, more than it's just a scary Airbnb. Ooh. And then when it reveals what it actually is, and it does the head smash, and it cuts to Justin Long, and it does this, and you're like, I'm watching a very different fucking movie, and it's just a disgusting subterranean horror comedy by a guy who wanted to upset you and wanted to gross you out, and was like, here is just a completely comically reprehensible sort of like Me Too, sort of era character in Justin Long, who is absolutely fucking incredible in the movie.
He's so good. He's unreal.
And then here's how he connects to the underground trapdoor basement of like serial killer torture and rape dungeons in that movie. And just how he visualized it, how he structured it, how he made you go with the character, investigating it, going deeper and deeper into it. It totally surprised me. It totally rocked the midnight crowd I was in. Everyone was like, oh my god, don't go down there, what the fuck. The laugh that everyone had when the first trapdoor reveals a second one that goes even further down.
You're
like this
come
was
on.
He's so good at in the moment ratcheting of tension to a comedic degree, and I think that Weapons has a similar skill to it. I think all of his tools are absolutely on display in this film. I think because this movie was just like not a little indie horror film, but it was like an expensive New Line movie, and he was incorporating more things into it, like this like supernatural Stephen King suburban fairy tale about all these kids who wake up and disappear. That opening sequence of George Harrison playing over all of them going. I was so into this fucking movie. And then as it kind of just went on, I was surprised at the way the mystery was resolved, is how I'll say it. And in a way that I was a little bit deflated by, but in a way that I also still was like, this is sick. He's good at doing this stuff. So I don't know. I was conflicted about it.
Was it the reveal of like what is behind everything, or was it more of the like logistics of how the physical supernatural stuff happens? Or is it either of those things?
I think it was because there was part of my brain that went, oh, it's a surprisingly simple explanation when we do get to the reveals on what it is that happened to the kids, why they disappeared, who's controlling it, all this. It takes its time to get there. But and part of me went, oh, I kind of appreciate that it's like a literal thing, and it's not just like some self-important metaphor that I'll never explain to you. You know, like that probably would have annoyed me more. But there was part of me that also went, oh, it is that simple. Like, that's it. I was like, oh, okay, I guess I get it. Okay, fair enough.
I think, I think for me, what happened with like as it gets revealed, and we'll talk about characters and stuff, but I mean, Gladys is just such an obvious thing to talk about. I think for me, it's like once it was revealed that it's this, this old traveling witch kind of thing. I was like, there is a simplicity to that, especially even having the foreshadowing of the one teacher being blamed for it, and they write witch across her like car and everything. So I was like, okay, there's probably some type of supernatural thing foreshadowing here. But when she started to actually do the spells and show how she's doing the physical stuff of hypnotizing everybody and controlling them, that's when I was like, I really am into the simplicity, because it's like we're going to this old school witch in the woods kind of stuff, where it's almost like she doesn't have a cauldron, but I feel like back home she definitely does. You know what I mean? And she's just using the modern tech.
It's
now
the guy who made Barbarian
suburbs.
doing like legit Hansel and Gretel kind of shit, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And so I really enjoyed that, and I think to the reveal of like how it's kind of connected to this. It's like a long lost aunt, so you're supposed to trust her, and she's also got this this kind of like pseudo pseudo niceness to her. She's overly kind. The way that she's performs it.
Played by Amy Madigan, by the way, Streets of Fire legend Amy Madigan. I want to give a shout out to, because we love her in that movie, and she's so good in this.
Yeah, and she has this almost like clownish makeup on that reminds you of like the old aunt that you might have that just just kind of pampers herself up a lot, but is trying to hold on to that youth a little bit. But with her, because she's got this witch vibe that feels like she's kind of from a different time, it feels way over the top, and it feels like it's too colorful. She feels like she's not even from a different time period with her outfits. It feels like she's mixing a bunch of different eras, like the 80s and some of the old school 50s stuff, but just regardless, she feels it's like, is uncanny the word? Maybe it just feels, she doesn't feel completely human the way that she's presented, even though she has a human skin and everything, a human physical presentation. But yeah, I
love that we jumped immediately to the witch stuff. It's so funny.
I had to. I know. It's just like it's the biggest thing I think that maybe might hang people up, because it's so part of the mystery in halfway through. And then I think once things are revealed.
Yeah, well, because I'm going to ask you, like, did you like it better as it went on, or were you, what was the second half better to you than like when it was a mystery?
I think what it was I did have a little bit of time getting used to the structure this time around, because like with Barbarian, that hard cut, like 40 minutes into Justin Long, is almost played as a kind of a joke, and like also this thing where it's like, now we're switching the film. It's kind of it shakes it up a little bit.
Yeah, he does that perspective. It's very clear that it worked so well in Barbarian. He was like, I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah, and this time I'm gonna do it like